Hey folks, alright, so in the previous video we set up a bunch of hooks from Pro Main Menu into our game and back from the state machine of the game back to Pro Main Menu. So we've got resume context sensitive, we've got reload context sensitive, and we've got restart, so we can restart the game at any time. And then from the main menu we can get into the game and we can adjust some video settings and some sound settings. And that's all working great, except we're throwing some errors and things aren't 100%. So grab the documentation for Pro Main Menu, and we have a look at the project integration section, and we'll see that one of the steps that we missed, actually deliberately, was setting up the game instance. The game instance needs to be set to BP PMM instance. Now there's some challenges with that, so let's go and have a look. We go into settings, project settings, maps and modes, and the very bottom one here, game instance class. So they want us to change this one to BP PMM instance. The trouble is we've currently got that set to our ACF full game instance BP. This guy, so the alternative they're saying is to reparent our class to their class and make sure that the parent calls all the various things. But that's not going to work either, because if we have a look at this guy, you'll see that ACF it's only got a few functions in it, but it has a parent of its own. That parent eventually calls the C class parent, so you know we need that structure to remain in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the parenting a little bit differently. I'm going to look for, let's just grab this guy's name. I'm going to look for, in here, I'm going to look for PMM instance. That's the game class instance that they want us to set. And you'll see this, the reason they want this is obviously they've got some functions in here that need to be able to be called. Now, two different ways to do this. One would be to re-implement these functions in our game instance and then do some code refactoring. But if we look at the reference viewer, you'll see that there's quite a few places that it gets called. Mostly in widget blueprints, but also in this main function menu. So let's have a look at that. We'll browse to asset and we'll edit that. So here they've got, you know, references, get PMM instance. That's this function here, which, you know, casts back to PMM instance, and then all those blueprints, the widget blueprints, use this function to be able to access this stuff, the, you know, the update base color, update button sound, on travel error, network error, and so on. So you can see that BP PMM instance uses the base game instance, just the game's default one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this guy to be the ACF full game instance as its parent. Save and compile. And then in the project settings, under maps and modes down at the bottom, we should be able to then change to BP PMM instance and still expect the ACF stuff to be there as needed. Alright, so let's try that. play, new game. We've got visual controls. We can walk around, we can run around. Open, wield our bow, the target comes up, and we're still working fine. Alright, press Q for the menu, resume, load the saved game, restart. Oh, we've got some errors. Okay. So yeah, you can see that the errors are different this time though, but in general we seem to be working fine. It was the pause menu and the pro main menu that's giving issues for update input mode. It's looking for player class main menu. Okay. Yeah, so that's something different. So yeah, that resolves our game instance issues. Now let's take a look at the player class instance issues. If we go to Pro main menu, levels, we open up main menu, and we look at we're looking for the world settings, and game mode, we expand the selected game mode. Player controller is BP PC main menu. Okay. So let's go back to full, and we open up our full map. Here the player class is ACF Ultimate, but we have a Pro main menu player class that needs to be called under certain conditions for things to work. So let's have a look what we could do for that. It's here somewhere. Oh, come on. We're looking for BP PC pause. So something to do with pause menu. So let's just filter out for pause. Here we go, BP pause menu functions. No. No. Sorry, let me just get that back again. Alright, so reload, it's not working. Should work. Quit. And quit. Right, here we go. Access reading none. PC main menu. Right, PC main menu. This guy. So this is a player controller, and somehow we need to get this into our chain. This guy has update input mode, which is the function that it's complaining about. Let's see, it uses a parent of BPPC input detect. That one has an on any key function in it, and a couple of others. Update mouse, yeah. Okay. So again, we can likely use this guy. We can parent it against ACF Ultimate Player Controller. Yeah, let's try that. So, class settings to that. And then we can change the map to use BPPC main menu. BPPC main menu. Let's try that. Alright. That's not working. We don't have our queue function. Why don't we have queue? No shift escape, no Q, no P. Inventory still works though. Alright, where did we implement Q? Of course, helps to save and recompile everything. Let's just give that one more test. Yeah. Okay, so here we go. So that should work. Unless one of these is intercepting Q. Like this guy. It shouldn't be though. Okay. Those are standard macros, so we don't worry about those. Why isn't Q happening though? What's in our project settings for input? Inputs. Action mappings. Menu. Okay. It's just the tab key. What else is tab bound to? Gameplay tags, engine debugger, engine input, console keys. Here, let's change this to keyboard squiggle. Keyboard. squiggle, so just the thingy. Okay, so we do that, press play. Now we've got tab back. Tab should open our menu, but it doesn't. Q should open the menu, but it doesn't. Okay. I'm gonna break that and just see what happens. Still no Q, still no tab. Let's break that completely then. Q, tab, nope. Okay, so let's put this back in. Any key pressed. Okay, that's back. Curious, what is this using? Main menu functions and BPPC main menu. Main menu functions. Why does this use PC input direct? There's probably a reference here. That's not it. Get PC input. Get player controller. Get PC input detect. Yeah. Find references. So nothing actually uses that. That's interesting. Yeah, so maybe we can do away with this. Can we swap the order of our inheritance? Alright, just a quick break. I'll be back in a bit. Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're looking at how to get rid of PC input detect. BPPC main menu, parents against that. That guy, parents against I think it was player controller, wasn't it? do this, we set our map back to ACF Ultimate. Let's play here. Q is back. Resume. Tab still doesn't work, but Q works. Okay. So the error we're getting is update input mode is missing. It needs the update input mode. Can't find that. So let's reparent this guy. He needs ACF full, but let's give him BPPC. Main menu. And then we do BPPC main menu against ACF full. So, oh, interesting. That's not going to work. It needed get input mouse delta from, oh, wrong one. PC main menu from ACF full. This guy can't reparent against himself. He needs to be, let's just stay with player controller. Okay. Ultimate, let's see if that compiles. Does. And how does that work? We have our menu. We've got aimbot, Q, resume, Q. Mouse is a bit iffy now. Because I'm not getting my mouse when I press the menu. Okay. So there was something in this that we needed. Probably that guy. Find right input mode. Rotate mouse cursor. Okay. Okay, so let's bring the chain back together. So BPPC input detect. Yes, compile, save. This guy we make ACF Ultimate, ACF full rather, player controller. Compile, save. Okay, let's try that. Q, still no mouse No keyboard input. Q works, but no keyboard controls. WASD is not working. Mouse is not working. If I right click, it brings the mouse up. It's not the behavior we want. Okay. So that pattern didn't work. So let's jump into some refactoring then. All right, so we're back to square one on this. Q, resume, Q, restart. Okay, update input mode is missing. All right, I think partly we're having issues here because we're not in the right level to start with. So let's get into the right level. Okay. Play, new game. Q, mouse is back, reload. Reload still not working. Q, restart. Restart still not working. Okay. Invalid URL. Interesting that this was working before though. So in the map, full map, player controller, ACF player controller. So that's right. ACF Ultimate goes to ACF Full. We're not including this. Okay. What uses update input mode? Whole bunch of stuff. So if we refactor the get PC main menu from the functions, main menu functions, if we refactor this by moving the function into here, there's quite a bit of refactoring that we have to do on the code side. So that's less ideal. It was this one. So find references here. Yeah. There's too many. Well, might be worth it though. That gets refactored. This will have to be deleted and recreated. Yeah. And we have to do that for all of these. Okay, so let's leave that for now. What is our biggest issue? Is the reload's not working. And it was working before. So what did we change to break that? I don't like this update input mode being broken. I'm going to try this again, one more time. Main menu uses input detect, which uses ACF ultimate. Don't need that. So here, BPPC main menu. No keyboard interaction. Mouse still works, but no keyboard. Okay, so that doesn't work. We have to figure something out. When we changed our game instance, we didn't test the reload. I wonder if there's something in the game instance that's causing issues. So project settings, Maps and modes. Game instance is now a BPPMM instance. Let's find that. Open that. That's just to handle pause menu. And some input stuff. Okay. That goes to full game instance. Yeah. No default save. Okay. Nothing interesting here. So this guy should be right. Let's just switch that back for a minute. Yeah. So that's causing our save game to break. Maybe we need to merge those. Yeah, maybe we need to merge those. So the functionality in here, this stuff, we'll move that into our ACF full game instance. Let's try that. Okay. These collapsed graphs are going to be tricky to cut and paste. This event init. Do we even need this? You can disconnect this while working in the editor. It contains benchmark tests. Actually only associated for builds. But it can be annoying in the editor. The default benchmark tests and you run the package. Okay. Yeah, well, let's move that over. Okay. Handle the pause menu. Uses macros. We need to copy the macro first. Otherwise it's not going to paste. Yeah, let me just show you what that does. So if we try and paste this in, it pastes in without some of the stuff. So we first need to do all of these. All the variables, all the event dispatches, all the macros. Okay, macro, paste macro, paste macro. Can't paste the macro. cancel macro, paste macro, can't paste macro because some of the functions that it references are not there yet. Functions, find gradations, functions, paste function. Paste function. Paste function. And that was in input detection category. Function. Paste function. Okay, so that's the functions done. Now let's get back to the macros. Paste macro. Paste macro. Okay. Now we should be able to do our handle pause menu. That was in event graph. Nope, still not. Why not? Actually, it's probably just because of the references. We can just rebuild these quickly. Alright, so here it wanted a create widget pause menu. Like that, I think. Yep. And then it wanted handle disable input and handle enable input. Is that it? Yeah. I think that was it. Yeah. Whoa. Bunch of variables missing. Okay. Let's get these variables in. Category, input detect, input type. Then that one. Category. Category. Oh, damn it. Control C, Control V. Yay. Yay for copy and paste. Use base color. It's under details. Base color. Use button sounds. Button sound hovered. Button sound clicked. I think that's details and input detection. Details, input detection, yep. And then we've got a couple more to go. Pause menu. Pause menu. And player character is an object. Okay. Why is it complaining about this one? Seriously, because it has a what? Did I miss the variables right there? What are you smirking, editor? Interesting. So this is in the set input type function. Function set input type. Call update input type. Why does my call update input type behave differently? Event dispatcher update input type. Event dispatcher update input type. In the category input detection. Input type as E, input type. Input type as E, input type. Okay. Don't crash. Don't crash, no. I need to do the thing over there. Damn it. The fun part about reopening an editor is it doesn't always open them in the same place. Okay. Where were we? Let's work here. Okay. We're copying these over to here. That part was fine. We'd just created the event dispatcher. We were busy fixing this guy. So, event dispatcher. Update input type and input detection, and that had an input of
was the phone also off for you?
input type input type. Save that. Let's just redo this one. Like that. That's not going to work. Cool. Update input type. Still an error somewhere. Here, set show mouse. All right. It's getting there. Not sure how this all happened. Oh, because I'm parenting, that's why. So when I move it over, the inheritance breaks. Oh. Interesting. All right. Let's get these two functions copied over. And fixed up. So here we need a variable use base color. Get. There's base color again. And base color again. Okay. And same over here. Use button sound. Button sound clicked. Button sound hovered. Button sound clicked, button sound hovered. And use button sound. All right. So now we don't need any of that. I'm going to just change this back to game instance, I think. So that's here, and then game instance. Yeah, reparent. Just so it stops throwing errors at me. Okay, now we need the travel and the network error. These two should not have broken. Okay. I think, therefore I am. One, two, three, four, five, six of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, we got everything now. I think that's it. So we don't need the BPPMM instance anymore. Still complaining about our update input type. Okay, however, if we go here and load up the intro map, and give it a play. Play, new game, queue, reload game, arg, restart, arg, quit. At least quit works. What did we break now? Project settings, game modes, ACF, there we go. Play the game. Yay, load our save. Restart the game. Excellent. That is a victory. Okay. Mouse is just jumping all over the place for some reason. Alright. So that fixes that. I think we'll cut it off there and go into another debug session in the next video. All right, see you in a bit.